I'm here in Hollywood Boulevard for the premiere of Michael Bay's new film, Pain and Gain, starring Mark Wahlberg and Dwayne Johnson. Now, this action comedy is set to hit theaters April 26th, and in just moments, we have all the interviews with their favorite celebrities. So stay tuned. This is The Scoop. First, what drew you to this film?
I just love that it's a true crime story, and I'd never done a movie like this. And when you read the court transcripts and you find out the movie is 100% true, and so it's a really fascinating movie. I think it's going to blow a few people's mind because they won't quite expect this from a Michael Bay movie.
If you read the real case, it's so absurd that it's funny. You know, it wasn't funny in the circumstance, but it's just one of those bizarre stories. It's kind of hard to believe it's true. What do they say? Truth is stranger than fiction sometimes?
Since it was a true story, kind of how did your research process go with, to be honest with the storyline?
Well, I read the article many times, and I certainly had read the script. There's not an excess amount of information about her. I mean, everything that was out there, I read. Any videos or any documentaries, I went over and went after. We don't look alike. We do have different body types. I mean, there's a lot of things that are not the same, but whatever I can find, I went after. It really is a true story, and the thing that's so strange about this story is the weirder it gets, the truer it is.
For legal reasons, most of the lady who my character was based on did end up going to jail and is obviously still alive, so we had to change a few things, obviously, but It was cool. It was cool getting to know Miami and to learn all about the full story.
You know what? I read all the articles and all the material I could find. I found only one picture of the real character. We could not get in touch with her, so it was more my interpretation of bringing the girl that was on the page and script to life. And I hope I made it justice, but I really had a blast playing this role.
Well, it is a true story, and these guys are real. But this is a movie; it's not a documentary. So the writers take a certain dramatic license, and the director has his vision, and so I'm trying to honor all three components. I'm trying to be true to the real life character, true to what the writers want, and then give the director what he needs. So you're kind of a servant to three masters, really.
Being in like a Michael Bay film and working alongside Mark and The Rock and Rebel and everyone, how was that? How did that affect your acting process?
It was amazing, we would improvise, we would always stay in the moment, because Michael works very fast, which I really appreciate because you never get bored on set, and you always never get over-rehearsed or stagnant or, bored in the scene, always in the moment, and things happen, and then, I think that's what I mostly learned from everybody, to kind of react and not be nervous.
Michael's amazing. He's a lot of fun. He's very supportive. He's a kid at heart. He knows what he's doing clearly. He's a genius, but he's a very loving man. He's a very, very loving man. I adored him, and he let us just do whatever we wanted. And he was just like, just do your thing. He was great. He's very, very good. Mark is a blast. Mark's a lot of fun. He's a troublemaker. I loved that about him. Dwayne was the sweetest man you've ever met, and quite good looking.
It was a dream cast, really. They were great. They had to put me through the ringer, and they tried to restrain themselves as much as possible. And Michael was great because he offered me to get me massages a few times a week, which really came in handy.
Rebel told us that you appreciated the fact of how fast you move with your films and kind of the acting sense. What's your kind of background on that, and why do you find that successful?
Doing it 20 years. It's just, very organized, and to see the picture in my head before I ever did the set, and know everything about everyone's job, so I know when there's dick time, and I'm like, I can't say that word, I don't know, but it's just all about moving, being efficient. Leapfrogging, that's the key.
How was your workout regimen throughout the film? Did you get some tips from The Rock? Did you go hand in hand?
I was able to show him a couple of things. His form wasn't really quite right on a couple of machines, so I was there to get him in line.
Plus the guys had to play bodybuilders, all the attention was on them, and I just got to relax.
Fun for the first 3 weeks because the movie that I did right before this, I had to get as thin as possible. So finally getting to eat whatever I want was a blast until reality sets in, and then it's like it becomes a task. But in order to play the part and be believable in this role, that's what it entailed. So that's what I did.
And finally, why should audiences go out and see the film?
Because it's amazing. It kicks total ass.
It's the best way to start the summer or the spring, and it's a great true story, and it's a movie you've never seen before, because when you think the movie is going a certain way, it's going to flip on you and surprise you. And the best part, it really happened, and it has amazing actors, one of the best directors in the world, and me, hopefully.
Because it will surprise you. It will subvert your expectations. I think it's a weird, strange, intense movie.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. It's just a wild ride. It's funny. It's twisted. It's got a lot of great actors kind of going outside their comfort zone, and I think it's got something for everybody.
And that's a wrap here at the Chinese Grauman Theater. As Michael Bay said, the film's filled with lots of surprises that will keep the audience on the edge of their seat. So April 26th, make sure to catch it in a theater near you. For The Scoop, this is Pierce Larsen reporting.